Hello everyone, this is Neha Tulsyan from Crescent Creation. Welcome to another video on my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm creating some quick thank you cards using hot foiling. So I've had this Glimmer machine from Spellbinders forever now, and I did not use it as much, but lately I'm just enjoying all the hot foiling that I can do. And in today's video, I'm using these hot plates from Pinkfresh Studios. I'm using 3 different hot foil plates from them, and they are all available at our website at crescentcreation.com. And the foil that I'm using are both from Spellbinders, and I'm gonna link them all in the description box below. So once I figured out here how to open this beautiful golden foil, I'm gonna go ahead and trim it to size using my scissors. My machine is ready, and you can tell that by seeing that green light that's shining nice and bright. I've already kept my hot plate on the machine. Here I'm placing the beautiful foil. Pretty side should be down, and now I am placing my cardstock that I want to get foiled. On my right, I have the shim that is ready. I have this plate that comes with the Glimmer machine. On top of that, I have 2 scrap pieces of cardstock, and on the very top, I have the cutting plates from the Spellbinder Platinum 6 die cutting machine. On the left of the Glimmer machine, beneath all those lights, there is a button that you push it and green light starts flashing. Once it stops and you have a steady light, that's when you want to take your machine to the die cutting machine and just run it through. And this is the beautiful result. I just love how beautiful this looks. Now I have this beautiful left out foil, and I would have left it to go to waste, but not anymore. A lot of you must already know about it. I'm going to use the Pinkfresh Studios solid hot foiling plate. This plate enables you to use that left out foil and create a different background out of it. That means zero wasting, and that just makes me so happy. So here I have all my shim ready, and you can see that I'm just rushing a little bit with everything. I did not wait for the flashing green light to become steady. I just went at it because I was so super excited I forgot about it. So I did not get a very beautiful result, but what I did here was, as I saw that I did not get a complete transfer, I just did not pull the whole foil out of the cardstock and placed it as is on my hot foil again, and I'll wait for it to get nice and hot before I take it back to my die cutting machine. So here, once my machine is nice and hot and my lower green light is no more flashing and it's steady, I'm gonna take my platform out and go to the die cutting machine, run it through my die cutting machine, and here you can see I have got a very beautiful result. Of course, I have got a little bit of splotchy areas, but I'm okay with it. It just looks so mesmerizing. And look at the beautiful rainbow shine that you get. This foil is just so gorgeous. It is one of my favorites. So now moving on to my next plate. Here I have this beautiful striped pattern on this plate, and I'm gonna use a gorgeous blue color foil and light blue cardstock from my stash for my background. So here, repeating the same steps, I have my hot plate on the machine, and while it is heating up, I placed my foil pretty side down, and on top of that goes my cardstock that I want to get foiled, and then goes my Glimmer machine plate, 2 cardstock shims, and then the cutting plate on top. And once I have that green light nice and steady, I'm gonna pass it through my die cutting machine, and here is the result. Isn't that pretty? My cardstock was a little offset, so I did not get foiling on the top and the right sections, but that is okay because I'm gonna anyways trim this 1/4 inch from all sides, so that's just gonna be completely fine. So always make sure you have a little bit bigger cardstock from what you actually need for your card, because that way you don't have to worry about the designs not coming on the edges of the card. And here I'm working with the solid plate again, using the left out foil, making sure that that does not go to waste. And here, once everything is ready, I'm just gonna go ahead and pass this through my die cutting machine, and here is the pretty result. I am in love with this. Every single time it just makes me so happy. And here are both my backgrounds together, created out of one piece of foil. So lovely, right? So now I'm gonna go ahead and put these into cards. So as you know, I'm creating thank you cards today. For two of my cards, I used this thanks die cut from Simon Says Stamp Thanks die, which is from the CZ Designs line. The thanks die cut is cut out of the gold mirror cardstock, and I also die cut few from white cardstock and then stacked them up together. And then I cut the shadow out of white cardstock, and that's how I created my sentiment. For my card front, I'm using the very first background that I created today, and I glued a foam sheet behind it to raise my card front just a tiny bit. And now I'm gluing to a white card base that measures 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inches. And next I'm going to go ahead and glue the sentiment die to my card front using some liquid glue. And that will finish my first card. If you want, you can add some embellishment to these cards. I did not add any embellishment to any of my cards today because I was making these cards to order, and my customer did not want me to place any embellishment on them. For my next card here, I trimmed my second background to 2 inches in width. Here I glued a white cardstock behind the foiled piece like a mat. I'm gonna go ahead and add some glue behind it and glue it to my top folding note card towards the bottom. I'm gonna go ahead and trim off the excess that hanging off my card using my scissors. I'm gonna go ahead and repeat the same steps with my second piece, but this time I'm using a side folding note card and I'm gluing this piece horizontally onto my card base. To add a little bit more finishing touch to these cards, I'm gluing these gold glitter strip stickers that I have in my stash to the edges. And if you do not have these stickers in your stash, you can totally create your own using your guillotine trimmer and any glitter paper that you have in hand. Trim thin strips of cardstock using your trimmer and then glue it using liquid glue. I'm gonna go ahead and repeat the same steps on the bottom edge too, and then I'm gonna go ahead and glue these stickers on my second card too. Once that's done, I'm gonna go ahead and take my bone folder and go over these stickers just one time to make sure that they're nicely glued in place. For the thank you sentiment on both these cards, I'm using the thank you die from Lawn Fawn. I have stacked a couple of white thank you die cuts together, and on the very top I have again used the gold mirror cardstock, and I'm gluing the stacked up sentiment here using some liquid glue onto my finished card. That finishes this card. I assembled the vertical version of this card the similar way. Just love the simplicity and elegance of these cards. They are so pretty, and the shine just makes me so happy. And here are the cards that I made out of the blue backgrounds. I just glued them to blue cardstock and threw my sentiments, and that finishes my video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and will give hot foiling a try if you haven't yet. Let me know in the comment section below how you like these cards, and if you did like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'll see you next time. Until then, happy crafting!